War in Europe, people cry. Germany has invaded Poland. The battles at the border have begun, and Germany initiates its blitzkrieg. Soon after, the United Kingdom calls its allies to battle, activating the whole Commonwealth. We cannot allow Germany to do whatever they want. We prepare our troops to disembark in North Africa to help the French colonies and establish a foothold at the other side of the Atlantic. We also prepare our marines for future naval invasions along the Mediterranean. With engineer technology unlocked, we quickly start researching field hospitals to maintain our few troops in fighting condition. This will be vital to keep our manpower up. Soon after, Germany declares war on the Netherlands and annexes them in the matter of weeks. We also activate our war economy to focus our efforts on our military. Belgium is the next victim of the Reich. Unfortunately, they won't last long either. We start upgrading our infantry divisions with support artillery, which will help them punch through the front lines in the coming battles. Germany's swiftness is incredible, and soon they conquer Paris. And with the Turner Valley oil field discovered, we don't have to import more oil from the US. Now we turn our attention to war bonds, which will lead us down the military factory route. Reconnaissance companies will prove useful, and now we start researching better armour. In this case, the Valentine light tank will be a great support unit to our infantry divisions. Denmark and Norway also join the war once Germany declares hostilities towards them. The German expansion is never ending. More bad news as nationalist Spain decides to join the war on the side of Hitler. Fascism is on the rise. With our companies in North Africa, we start a battle plan to retake big chunks of the Sahara Desert from German hand. The addition of Spain to the war will make this plan more difficult, as they control North Morocco and Rio de Oro. It was not a surprise, but the Spanish have taken over Gibraltar. The strategic port for the Allies is no more. Once our generals have been familiarized with the plan, they go on a full aggressive land grab before more enemy divisions arrive. The Spanish are really making it difficult to advance. Fortunately, our troops are better prepared and can deal with them after a few skirmishes. With our war bonds issued, we start creating the Department of Munitions and Supplies, which will help with our military production. In 1940, we have finally reached the fortified Spanish positions of Ceuta and Melilla. These battles will prove to be extremely hard for our troops. The best course of action will be to hold the Spanish there while we take on the rest of Africa. We are going to need many more divisions to do this though, and we plan on activating conscription to get more troops. But we first need to go down the focus tree to unlock said options. Germany keeps making alliances, this time with the Japanese, threatening to take over Asia. We are low in supply in Africa, so we must make sure to open more sea routes for our convoys. One of our priorities will be to take the Rio de Oro port located here. With the first tier of field hospitals done, we can now focus on the second tier. It's our utmost priority to conserve our manpower. We also start researching the Stuart Kangaroo to make mechanized infantry. This will give our troops an extra oomph against our enemies. With the constant addition of German, Spanish and Italian troops to the African theatre, the Canadian generals started playing cautiously when taking new territories. We keep developing our war factories by focusing on bits and pieces. We are getting near the requirements for conscription. Now with the necessary army experience, we can incorporate field hospitals to our infantry divisions. Our attacks are proving effective and we successfully start pushing back the Spanish in the Western Sahara. After a long siege, the port of Rio de Oro falls under our control, improving our supply lines. Penetrating the Moroccan line is proving unsuccessful at the moment as we lack the necessary tools to punch a hole through the strong defences. The generals agreed to keep holding the Spanish there until we can push them out. Fortunately, the southern attacks are working, so hopefully we'll be able to establish a better foothold in the continent soon. With the plans now laid out and the battles raging on, time, strategy and wits will determine the outcome of the North African theatre. Canada and the Commonwealth will triumph.